Audio Jungle.
I'm spinning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to. Oh, let me turn this shit down. Hold up. That was Childish Gambino's newest album called "Awaken My Love." Honestly, it's one of his better albums to me. Like he does a different album every time. The first album he ever put out was kind of garbage. If anyone remembers that little mixtape he put out in college, it was pretty dog shit. But now his last two have been fire. 2 or 3 have been pretty fucking good. So can't hate on him. Big fan of Childish Gambino. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Morning Glory. My name is Eddie Law. Of course, if anyone has ever watched the show before, you guys know that this is a show where I literally just talk about whatever I want to, however I want to, and in a way that I feel should be done. So yeah, that's what I do. Now, so this is a little different. This is pre-recorded now. It is recorded in the morning. Today is January 25th, I think, pretty sure. If not, I'm talking to you guys from the future. If it is today, that's great. If it's yesterday, I'm talking to you guys from the past. That all works out. And that's enough for a little bit of my cheesy intro. Let's get right into it. Of course, this show is about whatever's on my brain as soon as, in the morning when I get out, get my coffee going and all that, and I'm on my way to work. And, of course, it's got to be first thing MMA. Now, it was some other stuff, but that happened, of course, yesterday, or this week so far. But I just got a little bit of a thing today from one of my guys at CagePages.com, one of my fellow writers. He was saying that the Bisping-Romero fight might not happen, and of course, besides Bisping's knee issue and all that, he wouldn't take a fight right now anyway. But I think he wants you all to be tested more and more and more. So, I mean, look, it's not that I don't think he's avoiding Romero, but it damn sure looks like he's avoiding Romero, right? It's a little bit of a weird thing in the fact that he just keeps making excuses that they're excuses to not fight the dude. So it's like come on, dude. At some point, you're gonna have to fight him, or let go of the belt. Bisping's always been one of those guys that goes, look, you got the belt, you defend it. It's all you got to do. That's your job, is to defend the belt. But right now, I mean, yeah, I get he's supposedly injured and all that. It's, cool, whatever, get better, dude. But at some point, either he's playing mind games with you all with his shit, or if he's serious, then he's gonna start being accused of dodging and ducking and all that shit. So, kind of is what it is on that point. As far as other MMA stuff goes, I'm sure I'm gonna forget something, but I keep thinking about the Mike Goldberg interview that he did on the MMA show, on the MMA Hour, with Dushwani, and the guy. At first, I thought he was sounding like an asshole, like a little bit of like a sore asshole, whatever, sore asshole. He seemed a little salty about it, and granted, he might have a legit gripe about it, but you would think he'd be a professional about it and handle it well, right? Well, the more I listened to the interview and I listened to the whole thing, he sounds like a broken-hearted man. Like, they broke his shit badly. So it was pretty sad to see, to be honest with you, or to hear and see and everything. The guy got really emotional and all that, and he was talking about everybody. He was talking about himself too. Of course, the interview was about him, but it's he was talking about a lot of people that he worked with and all that, and yeah, he sounded very nostalgic in the interview. Overall, it was like, hey, I get it, dude. He was there for 20 years, and they kind of just dropped this hammer on him early December. And he did like 2 or 3 more shows before he was done. So it's it's a weird thing to not have Mike Goldberg in there. And next pay-per-view is UFC 208, and I won't hear him this weekend. Obviously, it's UFC Fight Night in Denver. 208's coming pretty quickly though. No word yet on a for sure replacement for Goldberg. And yeah, I'm talking about Jim Rome. But if you're Jim Rome, why would you take that job, right? He's getting paid $15 million a year, and he sleeps in his own bed every night. Can the UFC top $15 million a year, whatever it is, and or more? It's gonna be 3 more. He's gonna have to be traveling all the fucking time for a bunch of different shit, right? So, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be difficult for them to get Jim Rome. I don't think it happens. If it does, lame, because I can't stand Jim Rome's voice. That's the personal thing. A lot of people like this motherfucker. Obviously, there's a reason he gets paid $50 million a fucking year. But I can't stand his shit. He's a dumbass to me. The way he talks is ridiculous. Like anytime he makes even like a lame ass joke, he's like, "I'm so funny." Like he sounds like a robot almost. It's ridiculous. But whatever. WME just clearly shows they don't give a shit what we think, and they're not gonna give a shit what we think because the hardcore fans are not their target audience whatsoever. It's what Dave Rodriguez, my homie from the MMA Advocates, is what he calls Bud Light fans. Those casuals, the new guys, the ones that just showed up because Conor McGregor. And you got to give Conor a lot of credit. He really did bring in all those casual fans. A lot of the casual fans still don't understand who Anderson Silva is and why he's regarded as one of the as probably the greatest of all time. And all they know of John Jones that he gets himself in trouble, but everyone still wants to see him fight. So, it's that kind of thing, right? So we're watching. Ultimate Hollywood Championship. We're not going to be watching the Fighting Championship much anymore. It's all Hollywood now. So, what Dave calls the the William Morris effect, WME, William Morris Entertainment, whatever, the William Morris effect. So, fuck, we just got to accept it at this point. There's nothing we can do about it, unless of course we stop paying them. The only way that's a real way to vote, right? With your wallet, you don't pay somebody, they're going to change your shit. Unless, of course, the president thing's got me tripped out for a few different reasons. First of all, 3 days in, and this dude is making a fucking mess already. Like, he's signing, executive decisions to do this and that, and he's, like, trying to build that pipeline now to get, all that stuff. It's incredible. It's weird. It's kind of creepy, and to where Obama was, like, seen to be at least trying to make everybody happy. The Donald's coming in, like, fuck you guys, I'm signing whatever I want. This is what we get. This is whoever voted in. This is. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? I guess you can try to impeach him if you want to, but here's the funny part. I think is that the Republicans we'll call them Trump fans, I guess, but let's just say Republicans. Republicans were all over Obama. I mean, just giving him shit for 8 years constantly. Thanks, Obama or Obama and a bunch of the shit, right? They just went off on the president, on Obama all the time, right? Whether it was jokes or not, they just went off on him. And now that Trump's president, I can't crack a joke because everyone on Twitter gets offended. It's fucking hilarious. All these Republicans who were like, we're not sensitive, we're sensitive little liptards to like everybody else, now are sensitive little, Republicards. It's funny shit. You know what I mean? And, my friends that know me, even the guys on Advocates, know that I'm not a political guy. I don't pick sides. There's a lot of shit Obama did that I did not like whatsoever. You know what I mean? Everyone gave him shit because everyone thought he was soft on immigration. That guy deported more people than any president ever. All right? And everyone was like, oh no, Trump's going to do, he's going to fix the wall, he's going to build the wall. And then Trump's like, yeah. And everyone was like, yeah, Mexico's going to pay for it. And Donald's going to be like, sort of. We're going to pay for it first and they're going to pay us back. They don't know it yet, but they're going to pay us back. It's like, what? Dude, do you know how this works? Like, it's just weird. So, I mean, maybe he knows something we don't. He'll get Mexico to pay him back. You never know. The Mexican president, for what is it, Nieto, whatever the fuck his name is? I don't really keep track of that shit. He's a fucking tool himself. A lot of people don't like him. His own wife don't like him, right? His wife owns him. Fucking, they go to like presidential balls and shit, or whatever. So whatever they got to do, and like he gets out of the car first, and he turns around and the lender, basically puts his hand out to help her out, and she don't even take it. She's like, "Fuck you, dude." Walks right by him like Beyonce with attitude. It's funny as shit. But it's funny you can't make fun of this president because everyone gets upset. You know what I mean? Like I was just joking around, fucking making jokes on Twitter, and people get all upset. I made fun of. Who was it? And I didn't even see it myself, but this dude blocked me on Twitter, so they called me a bunch of names and shit because this dude, first of all, this guy believes the Pizzagate thing to his very core. Like he believes to his bones, right? And so he thought I was like, oh, he supports that. Like he talking about me, he said I support that shit because I said something, I made a joke about Trump, so automatically I'm on the other side. Everyone's so goddamn sensitive. Everyone's so divided. Do you get that shit though? Does anyone really understand the fact that we're all divided now? Like does anyone understand that we're divided and it's not And it's not just, Obama's fault, but the Republicans aren't helping either. No one's helping. Everyone in politics wants us divided. You know what I mean? They want to know where we stand, but divided, they can do whatever they want. If we were all united, for example, remember when it was Bush who wanted to go to Syria? I think. I don't remember 100%, but I know that the government wanted to go to Syria and bomb the shit out of it and start a war and all that shit, right? And you know what we did? We fucking banded together and said, no, fuck that. And you know what happened? Nothing. You know what I mean? So, nothing. We got nothing. They didn't fucking start war with nobody because everyone got together and said, nah, fuck that shit. We need to do that again, okay? As much as people want to, be divided against each other and shit a bunch, we need to get over that shit, figure out what everyone wants as a whole, what's right for the country, and then fight for it. Because the fact that we're so goddamn divided, it's almost like a sickness, right? How you get sick, your body, destroys your defenses and shit because it divides them up, and like the worst diseases get your immune system to be fighting battles on a bunch of different fronts, divides the force and destroys it. So it's like that. You know what I mean? And I get people are saying like, oh well, Trump's gonna go in there. And he's not a career politician. He's not gonna bring the same old shit. He's bringing the same old shit. Look at who he hired. What do politicians do? They hire their friends. What did Trump do? He hired his friends. His kids are part of his shit. Like, all right, dude, what the fuck? Like, no. I mean, come on, he's got his crazy lady for Department of Education. This, Bible thumping lady wants to throw her Bible shit back. That I will fucking fight people on. I am anti-religion. I'm not anti. Okay, let me get back. I'm not anti-religion. I'm anti-bullshit. As in, religious people try to put their bullshit to affect everybody that's not religious as well. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, we feel persecuted. Everyone's going against Christians. And I'm like, well, dude, you guys are talking shit about Muslims. You're talking shit about everybody else. You know what I mean? Like, why are you guys different? Why are you guys higher up? And it's all, the religion to me has like thrown such a wrench into politics and everything else. It's just like, we need to get rid of that shit. But instead, Donald's bringing it in. So we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? But all that. First of all, the women's marches for the most part were peaceful, right? There's a lot of shitheads out there that started shit, and of course, my conspiracy theory friends, will be like, oh, the Republicans and all these other people sent out, they pay people to start that shit in the name of women's march, so they could destroy it. They largely failed. You know what I mean? If you see the people that showed up for the inauguration. It was nobody showed up to the inauguration. Nobody. In this photographic and video evidence that nobody went. Especially not compared to like the Obama's inaugurations and shit. Or was that inauguration 09 or whatever it was? But yeah, the 09 one. And if you compare to the number of people that came out for the Women's March, not even close, right? Women's March was huge all over the place. I mean, just massive. So, it's at this point we gotta stand up for whatever we believe in. Whether you agree with Trump, you gotta stand up for it. If you don't agree with Trump, you gotta stand up for that too. You gotta stand up for what you believe in and actually voice your opinion if you have one, right? Like there's a lot of things I have an opinion on and about Trump and shit, and I'm voicing that shit. I don't care. Like I don't like that he's doing the pipeline thing, but it is bringing in over 20,000 jobs, something like that. So. You got to take the good with the bad and shit, but at the same time, you're going to be destroying somebody's water source. If they did it in a way where they could, avoid destroying someone's water source, it'd be great, right? And I think Trump can do that. I think Trump can negotiate that shit to where hopefully it won't affect the water supply from those people. Because that would be a fucking tragedy, and it would be just a crime against humanity if you fucking destroy someone's water source because you want to get your fucking pipeline built. The other thing that was funny that I talked about on Twitter and people got all pissed about was that Trump's all the gear they gave out the inauguration and shit, all the t-shirts and hats and shit, were all made in China, and it said made in China, but now he's talking about everything needs to be made in the U.S. The guy's a walking contradiction. Here's the thing, the issue, not the issue. He's the thing. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care that he's contradicting himself, that he's a hypocrite. This is the guy we voted in. Unfortunately, I didn't vote for him, but that's why you vote, so you can bitch about it later. But people that just like go out and just fucking get all pissed at people for just talking about it, or making a joke here and there about Trump. Y'all made jokes and talk shit about Obama for fucking 8 years, man. You need to get tougher skin there. Because your guy's getting a little bit shit. Look, he's the president. He's going to get shit on. I can't wait till he's bald. There's no way those hairs hang on to that head of his with all the pressure that's coming his way. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's going to be a very interesting and weird and in some ways powerful 4 years. And I think it's going to be because the people are going to rise up finally. Not in a violent way, mind you, you crazy fuckers out there with guns and shit. But, it's going to be one of those things. We'll see what happens. But, yeah. That's what was on my mind this morning. Other stuff going on. We have the MMA Advocates tonight. What else we got? We got, it's a lot of shit. I got my tournament coming up end of February. I'm in training camp now. Unfortunately, I got a couple, lower back issues and fucking busted toe, and I'm pretty sure it's close to broken, if not broken. So we'll have to see what happens with that. Otherwise, I got nothing else for you guys. Again, MMA Advocates tonight. I'm gonna be trying doing these more and more, depending on the response to the pre-recorded show. All right, let's see if this thing goes to 16 minutes or it stops. Oh, it's going. Okay. Depending on if these how the response to these to these go, I'll just keep doing them every day. I'll go back to doing them every day like I used to. Just won't be live. And everyone knows why. Periscope fucking blows. All right, it cuts off every time. No matter how good of your internet signal is, it still happens. So, yeah, man, that's gonna be it for me. Thanks everyone for tuning in. You can follow me on Twitter at elaw31. It's ELAW31. Follow the page at Crossroads MMA. Also follow the MMA Advocates at the MMA Advocates. Hold up a second. I gotta pay attention when I drive anyway. I do pay attention, really, believe me. All right, I'm barely looking at the camera, so it works out. Yeah, catch you guys on the next one. See ya.